Hello and welcome. Oh, it's been a while. We are continuing the story of, is it 6.55? And it will contain, as far as what I've been told by one of my friends, it's not very long, so that's why I have planned a War Thunder stream after this. But I got my coffee. I heard it's mostly story, so I don't think there's gonna be battle, so it's just gonna be story. And I think from the live, not live letter, it's the shoot, the FanFest. It's the last story patch until 7.0 comes out, so it makes sense. But I got me coffee, and it's still hot. Let's go. Ah. Talking to Rashawn. Dessa. One of my clerks just came here with a message for you. The students of Odyssean request your presence in Charlian at your earliest convenience. Indebted as I am to your friends, I had hoped that I too might be of service, but it is you alone that they require. You know pressing business, pray you make your way to Odyssean Annex at once. Ojik awaits you an arrival. Man, I come here just to go to Old Charlene? Really? In the meantime, I shall continue showing Ashdale the city. From notable landmarks to the people's lives, there's still much and more for her to see. Oh yeah, Ashdale's now that thing. I almost forgot about that. Farewell for now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. Might be 7.0. I literally just came here and now I gotta go. Oh, it's Charlene. How do I do this? Click. Wham. To Charlene! Oh, the load time. So for now, how is everyone doing? Ah, there we go. Back on the walk. Just a walk. I don't remember when the last time I was to the annex. It was a while ago. A whole bunch of people here now. A warm and hearty welcome for you, Tussle. I gather you received our message. Please wait here a while. I will fetch Kryl and Graha. Was Gryl's haircut always that way? Or am I just too used to her with the hood up? Thank you for coming on such short notice. And forgive us for sending for you so soon after your trials in the void, to say nothing of your grueling battle against the 12. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Evanil. He stopped by recently and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. I don't have the chat up. I just noticed that. I can remember how to do this. Chat. Ah. Hello, Minmay. I imagine you're surprised you're given that he's supposed to be away on a long expedition. If I click in, I had to read it without that, 'cause if I click in, it just skips. But anyway. Something must be necessitated, a change in his plans. Arthur tells that there is someone whom he wishes us to meet. He also mentioned that he would be tending to business at the stadium. Shall we look for him there? Yeah, I'm too used to her with her hood up. That's why I didn't realize if her hair changed. coffee. I'm so not used to her without her hood. Now then, where is Evanita? Erenville. My bad. Evanil. Erenville. Y'all know he's with a female Hrothgar, based off of the last time.
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important. I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Well, it seems you've lost her.
Did she wander off?
Do I have to go find her? Alright, no.
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is her. The adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
That goofy ass face.
Claims she's no ordinary woman. I'm Uklamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
Tulihuela.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Okay.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The Rite of Succession. Taking the form of a contest, it will determine who next ascends the throne.
Ah, I just realized. Good class, she's a warrior.
As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning. I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
Warrior's not cheat. Warrior's just a better tank.
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
If I buy the DLC, yeah.
Wait, let's all just slow down. Wuklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulja, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler... He's also
Oops,
my
I
father.
accidentally misclicked.
Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage. But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself.
Just a simple
Can't
slap
expect
on
you
the
to
shoulder.
agree on the spot when we've only just met.
Just a simple slap on the shoulder and sends Graha stepping forward like 4 or 5 feet. Graha's okay. Your stroller is nice.
If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me. Now, this is only a rumor.
I can't take a cutscene seriously with my headgear.
But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast,
Zin Zin.
Valyamanda. Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
You have my complete attention. It's just strictly rumor, nothing more. Golden City, I've heard about it before. You have my attention.
We're going to get along, you and I. Tural has no shortage of unexplored frontiers and deadly fiends. You'll never want for excitement, I promise you.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Oh, she got you there.
Yolal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
Ah, yes, fight things. Let's go. I like this warrior. Really? Oh, because no Graha. Chance to see not only Tural, but the fabled city, Golden City, besides. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say that you should hastily accept this invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we don't know. So let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. Ah, yes, fighting things. Not certain what might be a suitable location for her hunt, however. When I was in the guild earlier, I learned of a petition from the researchers on the list on the Isles of Ham. You went there not long and culled some unruly fauna, of course, but according to recent reports, other ordinary docile fauna have grown savage. I believe that they have been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition. That wasn't far. We could also be helping those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I have honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Tural. Whatever the creature is, I had better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll end before we even have the chance to get acquainted. I like her personality. And before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions. My apologies, but I must see to some preparations. Pray, go on ahead to the Isle. I will join you as soon as possible. the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbor. This is the guild ship business. It should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Womp womp womp. To the harbor! I gotta get through it. I'm not walking all the way over to the harbor. I gotta go all the way down there. But yeah, I like her. The other princess, which I think is the Stormblood one. The Ada. I like the Black Mage. I guess she's the handler for that one. I forget her name. And she's always in tiffs with the warrior, Ara, the male warrior, Ara. Solo duty! Oklamat. So I have to take a ship. I barely set foot on dry land. Well, I suppose it's a good cause. Hurt. Come on, let's get going. On the ship, several cutscenes to play. It's recommended to set aside specific time. Well, but no, I have set aside a significant amount of time. I don't level 660. What's my level? 650. Ooh, I'm like 7 under. Let's go. Saru, yeah. Oh, it's this dungeon. This is a fun
From
dungeon.
here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural. Ooh, a white bear. I wonder what it tastes like.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know. I know. So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
This brother of yours, he has been to Sharlayan.
He has. Kona's my second older brother, and until recently he was a student in the city. He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studium? Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? And such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret.
Of course.
Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see.
I was about to say, wait a minute, Mikote, she's Rothgar.
One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain, hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
Polar bear. Big old ice bear. Oh wow, it's quick quite a lot.
The researchers should be just ahead. There. The building to the northeast.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but
over
I'll
there.
take down any that thinks to try me. Right, let's hunt our fill.
Map. And Pingin's gone. Man, I just realized I can't party about these people. Wait, who's the black mage?
Look! Someone's in trouble.
Yeah, taste my mouth.
Raha's a black mage? Wow. I thought he was... I don't know why I thought he was a different class. Look at him using foul. Triple cast. Fire force. Really? Foul again? Yes. It's you. Oh, it's her. Oh, thank goodness you've come. I take it that you are the one who answered our petition. Wait, aren't you? You are. That's the adventurer who saved our star. Would that be our meeting was under better circumstances? I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment.
You really are famous.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
I know, I just poke things with a stick. There, should be safe now. Let's go!
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
The adventurer come to answer my petition, I presume. We're most fortunate to have you, one of your considerable skill, here to aid us. The creature of unknown origins has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected local fauna. The animals beyond this gate, the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threat you find and search for traces of the beast responsible for this. If you should find anything at all, we'd be most grateful if you would share with us.
I'll handle this.
Ooh, look at that, doing an AoE. And some skill that I don't know about.
Is that all?
You messed up my dragon eye. It didn't
Come
count.
on, let's pick up the creature's trail.
Beast carcass. You find ravaged beast remains torn to shreds by sharp
These
talons.
claw marks. I've seen their like before. It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Oh god, text boxes. Case. There has to be a clue here somewhere. Ah, look, that. A clue! What is this? It's shiny. You find feathers are scattered about on the ground. These are signs of a fierce struggle.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
Generally, the prey.
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
You presume it's even safe to eat.
Everything's safe to eat if you try hard enough. Hey, look at that shiny animal leavings. Too bad for you, game. I have eyesight. The collie is stretched fresh, leaving asinine of your nostrils. Whatever beast left them must likely still be close by.
Still fresh.
Ow.
Whatever this.
God, deal with it all of them. Actually, pleasantly surprised. I thought it was just going to be story this time, but actually, there's comeback. Good thing I took DPS.
They're spoiling for a fight. Hey, got one.
Let's head
Ah,
back and report what we found.
I did my Dragon Eye, but then I realized I only got to do Nastrod once. Lame. You said the beast is close. I'll speak with Luke. Alright, what am I doing? Oh, I had to pass by here. And off she goes.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey. Ah! What is that thing?
It speaks.
It speaks?
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Come, Woklamat.
Right.
First time?
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Ah. Okay, whatever you say.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Very soon.
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
But we have no healer. Defeat giant coilbreed. Wait, I gotta start the fight? Okay. you can pull.
Talk all you like, Bird. I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, joy sinking my teeth into you.
Oh yeah, I can't. Ah, I can't get an eye.
Shut up already, you bastard bird.
Hey, he's a black mage and a white mage? Wow, that's not fair. Oh, I can't do it. That's a two. Well, I buffed the wrong thing.
Quickly, gather together. I've got you.
But my buff. Wow.
That was too close.
Ready now?
Man, it is Dragon Eye. Like, not Dragon Eye, the chain thing at the wrong moment. Yeah. Ah, I figured I was gonna get hit. I greeted. I just always love it how the AI gets like really cheap skills. Why don't? Oh, I was supposed to go the other way. Oh, that's awkward.
Who paid for that?
ATV. That was easy. Oh, I gotta break them out of it? Oh, man. You're not gonna help Graha? I'm just gonna...
Thank you.
No, thanks for the help, Graha. Shit. Ow. No, I messed up my combo. No! Oh. This bird. Man, imagine being in close range. Oh, I gotta do the wing thing. Oh, that's wild.
That was hard to tickle.
Graha just put regen on us. Deeps. Deeps, my guy. Deeps. I want that fell sleeve. Actually, that was a fell sleeve. That was, what it's called. If only I could LB. Oh, I died to Blizzard. Oh, I didn't even get to hit the final hit. That's dying to Blizzard.
And I had barely limbered up.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
'Cause warrior.
Only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt. But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
Dirty tricks? Dirty tricks?
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Leave this to me.
Crow with her Pictomancer. Oh, showing the class early.
Cryo.
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She unbuttoned her coat to paint.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
Did she have a job class
After
before
hearing
this?
of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
I just got the earring.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
Power of a Moogle.
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Hydaelyn. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar, rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind, again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute.
Looks like a calligraphy brush.
And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer. With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy. As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style. What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Oh.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal. It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant. What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
See, there was a Golden City.
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this. Given how culturally diverse Tuliyollal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, it would have been in Turali. And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Bum bum
Oh,
bum.
I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuliyollal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there.
Investigating.
In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating that.
I mean, it should be edible. Alright, where am I going? I'm staying here. With wildlife pacified and the researchers safe, our task is complete. That just leaves the matter of the Colbry meat. For better or for worse, there's only one place we can take it to here in Shalien, the last stand. Come, let us seek Dickon, and let's see what Dickon can cook up for us. I haven't spoken like all day. I have to run. I like how this whole city only has one restaurant. And the restaurant was all because the one dude who didn't like the fact that the food was just so bland. That's the epitome of if you want something done, you do it yourself. You want good food, you might as well make it yourself. Chicken. Well, now, there's a famished face if I've ever seen one. What can I get you, thirsty? Oh, bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me. I have just the recipe. It's a new dish I recently learned from some sailors, but for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear? Food looks good.
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together.
That's rib meat right there, you can tell. That's a ribcage bone.
I'd heard that Charlayan cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveler ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
Ah, yes. Totally not
So
me.
he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Sharlayan.
It's nothing I can't handle.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
Ah, childhood friend.
I see. I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
Her cup is tiny compared to his. That is a massive cup.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead. Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
A man who is too ambitious by half.
Dun dun dun.
Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well.
What are you talking about? I beat everything up I see that can be beaten up.
And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal?
If I buy the DLC.
You don't need to decide right this moment. But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you. Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
I like her personality. Alright. Whether Mamat has the makings of a ruler, I cannot say, but I do know that she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it. Now then, it is past time I reported our mission success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I shall come to the annex later. Till then. I'll take money. Money! I probably could have sold the food for like more, but honestly, I highly doubt I would have gotten much from it. Ooh. Well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp on Lamott's situation. Still, you have been afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Tural? Numeron is bound to have some information on the continent. Certainly want to hunt. Certainly wouldn't hurt to be better informed. It's just the thought of burying myself in books is making me feel sleepy. Yes, I could never read a textbook without falling asleep. We talked about mysterious lands and unknown wonders here. I'm confident that we'll report so thrilling as to drive any thoughts of napping from your mind. Come, my friend, let us be off to the archives. I have to do the books thing. I kind of figured it was forced to do books. Oh, I gotta go over there. You. Man, I guess there was really no way of talking yourself out of doing the books. My sprint. It's like what, 4 locations ago? Yeah. Read the 4 books on Nunamon. Blue cover book. Ah yes, I'm looking at my hand. The origins of the blue magic can be traced back to the exotic practices of the Wakui, a tribe distant continent of Tural. The tribe holds nature in the highest and is seeking a cultivated spiritual connection with it. They have learned to harness the power of wildlife around them. Ah, blue mage. In exchange for the teachings, the common tongue is permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege to visit the Lapis Canyon, a tribe's sacred grounds, and it is so named for the Ceruleum deposit that wells up to the surface, turning the entire canyon a brilliant blue. Under the shaman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master the Welki's art and make the animal's power my own, as no name existed for it in the common tongue. I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason I chose this color, as you will have doubtless gleaned, is for the significance it holds to the Welki. I cannot link the name more fitting to honor the people from whom the notable magic was born. Blue Mage. I guess we'll go in a circle. It'll be easier rather than just doing back and forth. This is so far. Leather-bound book. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents of Tyrol. The former stretches to the east and west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemisphere. And a difference immediately presents itself in the former of the climate variance. Shifts in the climate tend to be greater when moving east and west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to the fact of latitude migration is far from common in the history, whether it be by men, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Allegans, who rose to power in the Aldrian before advancing east to Ilsabard. Their movements would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garlians. Meanwhile, although the desperate tribes of Tyrol waged war with another for generations, smitten by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from the frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in the open plains could not pierce the dense jungle. Such was the way of it, until the leader of the Majula, why did I do Majula, succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the reason therefore, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly is the testament of the Autriac's greatness. On to the next book. Let's go. Fated Tome. Every land is given right. Oops, shit. Fuck. Well, I didn't mean to skip that. The tome introduces a select variety of species that describes in the text of sailors and adventurers. Testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca, accustomed to the Tyrol's craggy mountain ranges, and thus far four-legged beastkin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands of years. Their soft white fleeces is highly praised by weavers, while their strong legs and sore footness make them capable beasts for burden. Wyver, a ferocious scalekin, is native to the dense jungles of Tyrol. The Maulja have succeeded in taming them to utilize their protege's strength for manual labor. Given the immense size and power, it should come to no surprise that the wyver is also employed as a siege beast. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand this honed beast's rampage. Horde beast. Vilgramuda. A Tyrol folklore holds this as a bird creature in the mindest of beasts, and is very embodiment of nature and power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, it is uncertain, and I need water. Blech. That was it. Alright. That was a short book. Doesn't help I skipped the first one because I misclicked. Oh man. I was just talking about animals. And the last one. The Unblemished Book. It is impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of the land from which many of our modern day staples hail, the far western continent of Tyrol. ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, and even the unquestioned potato. These crops and more regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World as a place is unknown to most. The tale of its culinary immigration begins in the year of 1498 of the 6th Astral Era, when the Lucian sailor named Ketamum successfully traversed the Indigo Deep and arrived at the therefore unknown continent. Kentrum spent several moons exploring the island, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the spewing nation of Molja. He was then granted the audience with the supreme leader, whose confidence he won long with the permission to roam freely. Kentrum would return to Tyrol several times, during his first expedition he charted the lands and gathered myriads of root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa Limonissa. The most notable of these was the potato, Papato, whose ease of cultivation and natural value was quickly spread all commons of Eorzea. Produce was far more only bountifully of the Kemtrum's expedition to Tyrol. Many tantalizing recipes such as the bean-filled burrito and the griping legends such as that of the Golden City reached the shores by way of his ship. To those outside of Kentum's circle, Tyrol largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture from that faraway continent. In pursuit of a wide selection of books relating to Tyrol, you are somewhat better informed about your potential destination. Grahatea will be eager to know what you have discovered. Should you wish to read these books again, speak with the reference page. I'm good. Graha, what do you have to say? Scored the library for your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. Well, there are few books wholly dedicated on the subject of Tyrol. I dare say you have found bits of usefulness, information scattered here and there. But come, let us continue outside. The remnants do not take kindly. Amendments do not take kindly to the chatter. Yeah. Now then, it is quite keen to hear your honest impression. I noticed that you have read some very same books on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find reference on Tyrol within. Among them, did anything in particular pique your interest? I was rather taken with the tale of potatoes. I have a newfound appreciation for them, and the legendary of the Gold City. Potatoes! The Papato! As have I. Despite having just enjoyed a hearty meal, I found myself craving Papatos. As they keep well, they were a boon to sailors. It was that same prosperity that allowed them to survive the voyage to Eorzea. The book also mentioned the method of preservation, which sees potatoes repeatedly frozen and dried. The resilient product was apparently used in a stew by the people in the mountainous regions. I should like to sample this dish one day. That all the unique cuisines of the vast continent. But moving on, did you perhaps learn about the fauna of Tyrol? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you. I learned about alpacas, I learned about wyverns, I learned about the Vilgelumada. We'll go with alpacas. Alpaca. Ah yes, the alpaca. In addition to serving as beasts of burden, they provide clothing for the people by way of their lush fleece. They were especially prized by... Well, have some research of your own, do you? Aye. We hope to arm ourselves with the knowledge that would benefit the Gallian people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Razatan, they would look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints of history on our neighbors of differing races and ideologies might engage with one another. And with that, the two of you, what endeavor brings you here to this day? And then we talk about Toral. A nation composed of the desperate peoples of Toral. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We'll do well to read up on the Turalian ourselves. This continent is the only one allowed to help Lamont. There is no mention of such restrictions, as I recall. On the contrary, Lamont gave us the impression that she could have several champions. I think I know how to make the most of our website. Follow me, Alpha Node. We have playing to do. Yes, we're all going. I say, wait. To seem our plans have changed. You'll excuse us. They never could rest their leisures. Come, let us return to the annex. Aye. Speak with Grahatate again. Where am I going? Ah, the annex, of course. So potatoes are from Toral. Interesting. Papato. What do you have to say, Graha? Yes, the Lalas are from Toral.
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story. What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Worklamat's request?
Oh, I'm buying the DLC, so of course I'm gonna accept. Never say no to a new adventure. I'm still undecided, to be honest. I'd rather not get involved with politics. I'll never say no to a new adventure.
Ha! I thought you might say that. With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well. Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination. But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not?
Ah yes, adventure.
Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Toral remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenon. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think.
The starting word to the game.
It's enough to stir me to the core. Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
Aye.
Ah, but there's an idea. I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
I'm sorry, my headpiece kind of makes cutscenes funny. It'd be worse if I was wearing the Tonberry attire. Hey, it's Thancred. He hasn't shown up in like, what, 3-ish stories? Oh my god, no Tonberry. What's wrong with the Tonberry? Welcome back, Tessa. If you're looking for Wakalamat, she is currently with the others in her chambers. If you would like, I can go and fetch him for you. Understood. Please wait in the main hall. Well, why can't I go there? What are you talking about? The Tonberry makes every cutscene super serious. Because you never know when a throat stab might happen.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
Wish to go boldly. I wish to boldly go where I've never gone before. I have never been one to turn down an adventure. I will do it. Yes or yes? Let's go with yes.
Then you need me as much as I need you. Together we'll blaze new trails in Tural.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you? Alphano, Alice! What are you two doing here?
We happened to cross paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuklamat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that!
First impressions last.
'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphano Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed.
Calling
we
them
do.
toads? Yes, that was probably the best comparison. They are the shortest, besides Kryl.
We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Trying to weasel his way out.
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
Gotta make up your mind.
You have nothing to worry about.
It's fine, Kryl. The order's not gonna go anywhere.
How you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
But, Raha...
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
A map.
There. This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loporrits. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
Dun dun dun. We still also have this island here. I think that's it. So we have this island and then we have this island. And that is the end of 6.55. Well, yeah, that's the end of the 6.0 storyline. Let's go. Not have to wait, what? They said summer. So... at least 6 more months? And then 7.0 comes out. But summer is very broad, it's like 3-4 months. There are cutscenes after. Generally, there are always cutscenes after credits. Well, Final Fantasy does. Some games don't. It's just credits that makes the main menu. Not a bad end for the 6.0 storyline, which concludes saying I don't skip everything. 2 text dialogues I've accidentally skipped because I misclicked. I skipped line, skipped book, yeah. Well, that was because I accidentally clicked. So according to the cutscene, well, the trailer, Thancred at some point is going to show up, and was it Thancred, Y'shtola, and Urianger. That's why I put spoiler. Hoi. Telling me to shush. So I have spoiler warning. Urianger. What, you don't like his weird celestial attire? What is my mic picking up? A test of your reflexes. That fight was fun, I will admit. That was a very fun fight to do. It was easy, but it was fun. But I don't think you could actually have lost that fight. That's them too, fast forward. Ah. Oh wow. That's fine, I want to see what images they show. I'm fast forwarding so it's not as slow. Yeah, I know, escape's the skip. And pause scrolling. Yeah. It's gonna go a while. I don't know how long it's gonna go. I'm just gonna skip it for now. Wait at the destination. Least you wonder your passage to Toral. Erenvel will arrange a ship through his guild. You need only worry about your own preparations. Speaking of which, please take this with you. A rugged and ready knapsack. May it serve you well in your upcoming adventures. Now, I'm not sure when the departure will be, but rest assured I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. I got a backpack. Let's go, backpack. Meanwhile, in Limsa Laminissa. Ah, Stinian.
When does the next ship set sail?
May I ask your destination?
The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time.
West, you say?
Meanwhile, in Old Sharlayan. So this could either be Thancred or Graha, Urianje. Ah, it's both. Yeah, it's sea fishing, deep sea fishing.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember. Come, my friend. We make for Tural.
Ah, nothing else? Nothing on your stroller? Lame.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World?
Yes, we are going to the Golden Cities DLC, because the other two aren't ready yet. Weigh anchor now, the tide is high, the dawn of a new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizon's bond and tread the... Ah, damn, it's too fast. And with that, it's done. To be continued. I got a backpack. Oh, it's a personal effect. There you go. Is it fashion accessories? No. Oh, page 2. It is. Alright, let's see this backpack. It's the Gleaner backpack. That's it. Interesting. Yeah, it's a fashion accessory. Well, that's neat. That's a good way to end it all. Well, in 6.0. Nice little wrap up. I'll TP to my house, and then I will end stream and prep for the next one. So since this is short, since generally there's usually a dungeon, but this is mostly cutscenes, so I guess it's fine. after this, it'll be a short break, and then I'm gonna stream War Thunder for a little bit because new stuff came out. It's just gonna be for a fun little thing. So, with that, I'll go to where I started. That I will say thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.